Hi everyone, back again for so this is something different that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do another sort of blue chip bulletin, but more concentrating on the UFC event and the boxing that's happening tomorrow evening. Well, tomorrow afternoon my time with the boxing, and then tomorrow evening for the UFC. And we'll go straight into it. Joshua versus Usyk. It's gonna be a fascinating fight. You hear training camps from Joshua's side, and I know he's with Robert Garcia, who's a well-renowned coach around America, and obviously, his nephews, Mikey Garcia, Ryan Garcia. So, you'd hope that Joshua's made improvements, but for me, I can just see Usyk doing it again quite comfortably. I thought, my prediction on the first fight was that Usyk would win quite comfortably, and he was. And he could have finished Joshua in the last round. I think he held back a little bit, but it's going to depend on what Joshua has changed. I still feel that his hypermobile shoulders doesn't help him. He has still got those broad shoulders, and he can't get those kind of sort of movements away from his shoulder plexus. So I don't know how you improve that or how you change that. That's just your natural technique. So I don't know where and how he's going to catch Usyk. The jab didn't really work for him in the first fight, and Usyk's got a lot to fight for. Obviously, with what's gone on in Ukraine, obviously, he's literally out there fighting. Yeah, in the war, as he previously said, and he's got Lomachenko's father who trains him. He's put on 2 stone in weight. And has he sort of maybe sacrificed something in terms of speed? He might have the power now, but has he sacrificed, something in him since he's put a bit of weight on? That there's question marks there, but I think the weather might play a part. I know Joshua's already said that he was a bit brain fatigued coming into the training camp, and throughout the training camp he felt a bit of brain fatigue, which is kind of a worrying sign because I thought he suffered from that against the Ruiz fight, the first fight when they had it out in the US, which I don't think he looked right from minute one. I think something was up maybe previous weeks or leading up to that first fight against Ruiz. I didn't feel that Joshua looked right at all coming into that fight. But it's going to be a fascinating fight tomorrow. It's in Saudi Arabia, I think in Jeddah. Saw the weigh-ins earlier, and yeah, Usyk looks huge. And my prediction for that is Usyk will win, and I'm gonna go for a stoppage. I think Usyk stops Joshua maybe in the 9th or 10th. I don't think Joshua will. I just can't see where Joshua wins here. And I don't know where his career goes after this as well. I mean, Fury won't want him. Maybe Joe Joyce, who I'm a big fan of. I know a lot of people think Joe Joyce is very sort of lackluster and sluggish, but he gets the job done, as previously shown. I think maybe, if Joshua does lose tomorrow, then he's got to be looking at some British fights, because if he loses against Usyk, I don't think he'll be touching a big heavyweight fight for a while. That's that. There's not much of an undercard. I know Badu Jack is fighting, but I'm not really going to comment on that. And then on to the UFC 278. What a card. Kamaru Usman and Edwards part 2. They've had the first fight, which again, Kamaru Usman comfortably won by unanimous decision. And I think it's, I can't see it going any other way. Edwards has made some improvements, but he fought last in 2021. That's a long time for a fighter to be out, and especially going into the title fight with someone like Kamaru Usman, who's been absolutely destructive, who's absolutely obliterated that division. He's gone through Jorge Masvidal, he's gone through Colby, he's gone through some, previous champions like Tyron Woodley, Gilbert Burns, who gave him a bit of a fight in the first or second round. But I can't see Edwards winning this fight at all. Kamaru is just destructive at the moment. He just looks pristine. His brother's just come off winning the Ultimate Fighter series just a couple of weeks ago, so they'll be riding high. And yeah, again, I'm gonna go for another unanimous decision for Kamaru Usman. Also, Paulo Costa against Ralph Lauren pinup boy Luke Rockhold. I think it's a if Luke Rockhold loses this, which I expect him to, I think it's curtains. I think he should just retire and go off in sunset. He's pretty much done what he wanted to do. He was a champion at Strikeforce, comes to the UFC, got badly knocked out against Vitor Belfort, wasn't it? The roundhouse kick. And then he strung up some wins. He got himself together, impressive against Chris Weidman. And he thought, that's it now. You know, Luke Rockhold's, the era is going to begin. You know, he himself, Cormier, you thought, you know, the Strikeforce boys were going to dominate in the UFC. But he had a couple of wins and then he gets knocked out by Michael Bisping. And he's never been the same since. Technically, he's got everything in his locker, but maybe like confidence, maybe just knowing that he's prone to that knockout shot, you know, because he's been knocked out by Yo Romero after that. He got knocked out by Big Yan, whoever advised Luke Rockhold to fight at light heavyweight was absolutely stupid because he's not a light heavyweight fighter. He should have just remained in the middleweight division. So he's coming off some bad losses. And tomorrow's going to be an interesting fight because Paulo Costa needs a win too. You know, he was very sluggish against Vettori. I thought Adesanya had gotten into his head prior to their fight, you know, in the press conference and then the celebrations after when he's got him in like a doggy position, which was quite funny. But yeah, Paulo Costa needs a win to get back into contention, to get another title shot because that division is just piling up. When you look at Pereira, who's likely now to get a match with, you know, to get his fight with Adesanya in the UFC. That's going to be interesting because Pereira seemingly has his number. So, you know, Paulo Costa needs that win. And just in and around, there's another fighter that I'm looking forward to, Alexander Romanov, who I think is Moldovan. Every time I've seen him in the UFC, just 3 times I've seen him in clips of YouTube, he just looks like the ultimate submission artist. You know, neck cranks, the Darsh, the anaconda choke, the rear naked. He's got every submission in his book. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Alexander Romanov does in this heavyweight division because he could well be a champion within the next year or so. When you look at the division, if you take John Jones out of the equation, who I think recently just said he might be back for UFC 282, it will be interesting to see what happens before then because if Romanov gets a win tomorrow, he would fight a top 5 next. So it's interesting times. And I just wanted to literally cover tomorrow's events. And then I'll be back on Grizz Khan's channel tomorrow, Calling Khan. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing some more stuff live as well. I'll be going on live podcasts, hopefully at the end of the week. And yeah, just hopefully you're enjoying the content, you're liking the little skit videos that I'm uploading, and yeah, thanks for all your support. Thanks, bye bye.